Alright guys, welcome to Escobar fine brisket. Today we're going to be cooking this fine brisket. Obviously we have a little bit of fat that we might need to trim off. Now obviously up here in the front, some of this fat will render, not a problem. But if it's a little hard, we need to remove it. Also we'll make a little bit of a trim, about 1/4 of our brisket. Cut a little bit of the fat, make sure we get our proper V cut here. Stay tuned for my own seasoning. It's about to come out pretty soon. Now this brisket is intended to be for tomorrow's dinner, and if everything goes according to plan, we'll be having some fine brisket tomorrow night. Stay tuned. So we're gonna let this sit for about 30 minutes. And what we're gonna do is, we don't have to move it around, just give it a little bit of a tap. Make sure that seasoning is, attaching well to it. In this case, we're not using any sort of, binding. Normally, some would use some sort of mustard or some type of oils, but we're gonna strictly give it time to get those seasonings penetrated inside the brisket. All right, welcome back. So it's been about 30 minutes. We've been seasoning it. We can start looking at some of the moist coming out from the salt and pepper. Also, we got our grill heating up right now, so we're just gonna get our grill very hot, clean it up, make sure there's no grease fires. So that's being done in the background. So technology is very useful in this case. So we'll let that sink in. Now that we've allowed the rub to penetrate, to get right into the brisket, now we're gonna flip it to the cap side up. We're gonna marinate it, and not marinate, we're gonna apply the rub, and then we're gonna be ready to put it in on the smoker. Stay tuned. All right, here's the brisket. Here's the tallow, some water there. Alright guys, so we've been smoking this brisket for about 16 hours. Now this is going to be the best brisket you ever had in your life. So after resting it for a few hours, now we're just going to open it up, and we're going to expect greatness, because that's all we do here in Escobar land. Alright, let's see how this brisket came out. Hopefully we have some good results in here. Oh, this is looking pretty good. All right, so before we cut it, you see this? So it looks like we got a lot of smoke on it, which looks good. What we're gonna do is, we've been carefully, this has been about a 12-hour preparation. This is just a little bit of the tallow fat. What this does, it just gives it a little bit of flavor. So we'll add a little bit of that. So when they slice through the brisket, your taste buds are gonna go crazy. Not just for the brisket, but also for, the taste. All right, so the next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start slicing into our brisket. All right. Oh, this looks pretty good. Looks really, really good.
What?
Okay guys, so now after we've let that tallow render a little bit in there, now we're gonna slice. So we're gonna try to, so this is the flat part, this is the point, this is where it's a little bit more of the lean type of brisket. This is a more fatty portion. So we're just gonna start off, we're just gonna cut up here in the middle.
Oh, that's
All right. Let's take a look at this right here. You can see, look at the lean, very, very moist. This is looking pretty good. Really, really good. All right, let's see. So we want to cut it about pencil size, number 2 point right here. Now, as you can see, I do not have a brisket knife. So if you're wondering what you want to gift me, that's what I'm waiting for, a brisket knife. Yeah, so without the, what do you call it? Without the proper knife, it's a little bit easier. Let's try some of this. Now that's some true Escobar brisket right there. Good. Alright, I'm gonna leave some for y'all too.